Hello Lamborghini fans in cartoon form. So we got a couple more of these free promotional items that came with these Wonda coffee canned beverages. Wonda is a brand of coffee cans made by Asahi Beer Company. Can't really see the rest of the can, but apparently canned coffee is a big business in Japan because a lot of the companies are putting out these free promo cars to go with their canned beverages, probably when they put out a new flavor. So I got these two before this, and I added some black paint details to the wheels to make them look even nicer. Although the wheel gap is a little bit still too goofy looking. It's actually not too bad. Well, anyways, so I got more of them. There seems to be 10 of these in this whole collection, and I'm just missing the number 2, which is the Hota. So that'll have to come another day. So here's the number 1, the Miura P400. So this plastic thing is snapped on the top of that can of coffee, and then you just pop it off. This is a brochure. Here's what the Hota looks like. I'll have to get that someday, and then the rest of the cars we're gonna look at. What's weird is, this piece of paper doesn't say anything about the beverage, the fact that it's a Wonda coffee, nor does the product say anything about Wonda or anything to that matter. Look at this. It's just a plain base. So, very strange that none of this is on the actual product, other than the actual can of coffee that obviously would be thrown away once you're done drinking it. Alright, let's get into this thing. See what you can get for free, although I had to buy these myself. Alright, so what I like about these are the wheels. They're specific to the actual car. These are realistic wheels to this Miura. And then it's got the two-tone body effect, which looks pretty nice. Some black ribbing there. This canopy is a really dark smoked plastic. You can see the pick back there, right? They're trying to hide the spring motor. These are all pull-back wind-up toys, and they go pretty fast. It's got rubbery tires to get that traction down. And then one screw holding the front, and there's a tab here in the back. Nice to see some silver paint on these, all these lights up here. And then the eyelashes are molded in as well as the grille. And then this Lamborghini badge, let's take a look at this. See if it's any good. Well, it's definitely large in proportion, but you can actually read Lamborghini almost. It's almost there. It's like 90% legible. So that's really impressive for a freebie, something that just came free with something, right? I can't imagine a can of coffee costing more than $1.50 there in Japan, so... Oh, this is really nice too. Look, Lamborghini, Miura, with that Miura logo, and then the red taillights and this texture here. There's also some exhaust tips with a little bit of a dimple there. No extra color though. So, very nice. I like it. Glad to have it. Alright, let's get through this. Same sort of brochure. Alright, so this is number 4, the Toonedx LP400. And it's in yellow, so we got some silver paint for those lights, that badge. Silver paint in here for the fog lights, ribbing there in the bumper. The wheels are different, they're accurate to this car. The front wheel gap's not so bad when you press down. The rear one is a bit goofy looking, way too much. But I like the black paint here, and here, and here, and here. And then the rear taillights look really good, well printed, all the different colors. And then the car badging is good. And then 4 exhaust tips again. So, pretty neat for a toy again. Naturally, the tires are not really proportionate to the real vehicle. They're all the same tires, but again, free. Free for someone. So pretty neat. Alright, I like the clean design of the LP400. Next one, number 5, the Toonedx LP500S. Alright, that one is still trapped, okay. Alright, so it's black, it's got a wing, similar details in the front, different fog lights though. The smoked canopy, yep. Different wheels, yeah, there's those 5-hole revolver style wheels. And then lug nut details, center cap details. The rear tail lights look good again, and then the printing as well. Toonedx S, exhaust tips. I really like the foreshortened view of this one. Very cool. We'll have to compare it to the choro-q. Alright. Alright, number 6, we have a Diablo in silver. Maybe that's the fuel filler door. I don't really remember these streaks in the Diablo. They're probably there. Different wheels again. A little black paint will help those details out, just like I did on those previous ones. Alright, maybe there as well. Orange markers, white fog lights. The badging there looks good. The louvers over the engine look alright. No fuel filler on this side. And then the taillights are, you know, good color separation. This time the exhaust tips are just molded in silver, so that makes sense. That seems to be silver. Little black ribbing there. Not bad, but no Lambo printing on the back of this one. I'm not sure where it exists on the real one. I think it was like a rectangle somewhere in this grill. Okay, but the window here, you know, I think that's the same translucent plastic as the front windows. Okay. Number 8, a Gallardo. And it seems to be black. Let's get this out of the way. So, those are Gallardo wheels. Yeah, again, a little black paint's going to help those out. Orange marker looks good. Door handle, that tiny vent. Translucent windows, I'm going to guess. Yeah, you can see from the top very easily. You can see the axle actually in there. Silver headlights, the Lambo badge. Nice texture here in the grille. The Lamborghini's printed nice. The taillights, the exhaust tips, really big exhaust tips actually. And then the engine cover streaks, looking good. Alright, so kind of hard to see the details on a black one, but it's not bad. Alright, coming close to the end. Number 9, the Aventador. This going. So this looks like a metallic dark gray. Charcoal, I guess. Metallic charcoal. And I'm gonna, yeah, translucent canopy, I think. Well, yeah, it is translucent. But I'm gonna guess this part here is probably the same piece of plastic there, so I'm sure that's translucent. But it's just nice to see the material difference. The little foreshortened vent area, that's blanked off. A little silver paint there on that side marker. And then, again, a really fine texture in this grille. Silver, Lambo badge. You can see the metallic flake, really nice. Alright, and then the red taillights, nice texture. The central exhaust. Seems to be a little silver there as well around the rim. Wow, look at that. So this diffuser really goes down in there. I think it's part of the base pan, yeah. So this base is black and it's coming up, wrapping up over the top body. So that's really effective how they did that. These wheels are really weird looking though. I don't know, I can't recall what the Aventador wheels looks like. Alright. The last one here, we have the Aventador LP704. So this is like a metallic orange. I don't know if it's painted or if it's just in the plastic, but you can see this. I can see the speckling in there. I think it's actually in the plastic. The metallicness of this. All right, nice to see some black here for that vent. A little silver or something for that side marker, and back here as well. So these are really nice little details. And then the wheels are different again. Just black wheels though. Yeah, a smoked canopy, and that's probably smoked as well. The front end, we got the silver headlights, the Lambo badge, black here, and this grille texture, black vents there. Okay. And then the taillights are red. It's hard to see on an orange body, but that Lamborghini text is really nicely done. And then the grille texture here, it's nice. The exhaust looks good, silver with 4 depressions. And then, well, the front stance is great. Look at that. The rear, still a little bit of a gap there. It's better than choro-q's, though. Choro-q's have bigger gaps than that usually. So, pretty impressive. Again, you just gotta factor in that these, you know, the cost of these things for someone was 0. So, I'm kind of really scrunched up here. I'm not sure if we can get all 10 or 9 up here. Alright, so I guess someday in the future, when I get that Hota, it'll be right there in the middle. Let that spin around once or twice, focusing on the front cars here. Look at that. I really like these cartoon cars. I don't know why, because I really like the realism in certain 164s, but then that mindset just totally vanishes when I look at these things because they're not realistic at all. It's like the whole opposite way to go. So I'm going to have to spend some time adding some black paint to the wheels of these guys. And possibly I might experiment with the riding stance of this yellow Countach. Maybe I'll just take the wheels off and use some putty to lower the riding height of that thing. I'm not going to pull out the 164s. I figure I'll do that whenever I get this collection complete. I think I do have 164 scale versions of all of these, so yeah, I guess you'll have to stay tuned and that video will come in the future. One thing I will compare to, though, are a couple choro-qs. So, let's see here. Boy, I'm going to actually have to remove some of these things and do this a little differently. So here's the Gallardo, right? Here's a choro-q Gallardo with some Word C wheels. Here's the choro-q version of the Countach 5000 QV. Miura. So it's funny, but all the Wonda cars are black, so that's the easy thing to remember. All the free cars are black, and then all the choro-qs, which were never free to anyone, have the color. So, I mean, looking at these two, right? choro-q Zeros are really expensive, like no logical sense kind of expensive. But that's my style. I don't make any sense. So, looking at this, that's not, I mean, this is just amazing that this thing is as good as it is. It's just as cartoonish, I think. It doesn't have the staggered rear tire height, but that's not a big issue for me. It doesn't bother me. I think if I just lowered the riding height of this thing, it would look even better. Let's see front details. Silver paint, the badging. The choro-q has a more realistic looking Lamborghini badge, being that size. And it's got a little extra paint effort in the headlights. It also has some black details back there. But yeah, it still has painted taillights. And, you know, choro-qs have the coin slot thing, which blocks a lot of the rear view. So, but it does have silver on the exhaust tips. But, yeah, again, this should have all those details, if not more. I think these things should have clear headlights. But this, perfectly fine. Yeah, quite amazing, really. Wonda doing a great job. Alright, let's see if there's any others we can compare. An Aventador. I do have an Aventador. This is again choro-q Zero. I do have the LP400 as well from choro-q. So that would be the last. Apparently I need a larger coaster. Nope, it's not going to fit. Alright, so that's a big difference there. The choro-q's a bit bigger. So the choro-q here, I 3D printed my own wheels because they weren't realistic looking, whereas this Wonda does have realistic looking wheels. But because these are 3D printed, I used the putty, and so it has a lower riding stance, you know, just having the putty jammed in there. Alright, so I think that's enough revolutions for you to compare. So I gotta get rid of these guys. Put these guys back. Alright, well, if you guys are interested possibly in collecting some of these cartoonish cars, I really think these Wonda Lamborghinis are pretty good for the price. You can get them off eBay, and they don't cost remotely as close as, say, a choro-q Zero. If you're going for the ultimate in quality, you want to get the choro-q Zero. But, again, the cartoon cars are not for everyone. If you asked me a few months ago if I would be collecting these, I would have told you you're crazy. But I am now crazy myself, and I'm collecting all these things, so. Alright, well, it's been a long video, so I'll let you go. Thanks for checking in, and we'll see you tomorrow.